Officially start the recording. There we go. Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Market Watch Group Weekly Market Wrap. I am Scott. I will be your host. It's a small group today. We're going to go through maybe a trade and show you why you want to be coming live, because this might be it. You might not get this trade. By the time you see this and come back and look at it for Monday, it might be a different trade. I'm just saying, I want you to feel rewarded for coming to this live. Good to see everybody. As I said, here's the disclaimers. Education and illustrative purposes only, not brokers, not advisors, no recommendations, no guidance or advice. What are we going to do today? Like always, we're going to analyze today's market. Had some strength, ebbed a bit towards the end. We'll see if it can flow again. We'll revisit our posture, just get a quick preview of what we think it's going to be. Any mindset for trades over the weekend? I definitely think you're going to have some trades carried over the weekend. As I said, possibly even to look to put a trade on going into next week. Look what to look for next week. I'm looking for bullish trades. There's still setups as we speak. What are we looking for from the economic calendar? We're looking for employment data. Review the opportunity list, see what we have, and we are wrapping up section 7. Can you believe it? Another full round of trading plan. Almost done. We'll move on to goals next week, and then we'll start from the beginning. So that's exciting. Lastly, that's it. That's our agenda. Let's get to it. Let's start with posture. What about CL? Well, we can start there. We can start at CL. I mean, here's the thing for me, right? That's what we were looking for, a little bit of a hiccup. I would say to myself, I never broke support. If you're in it, you're still in it, and you're thinking to yourself, it's this or it's not at all. We don't let it hiccup and then hiccup again and hiccup again. Right? That's my thought. I agree. Still viable. Hasn't broken support. Sitting right on top of the 50. Buyers even coming in today. Not a lot of strength, but it doesn't need a lot of strength right now. I don't think. Look at Bob. Straight to business. Bob is straight to business. All business. Long-term trend. Is this going to change? No. No, right? There's nothing there that makes us think any of the trend scores are going to change. Let me just actually go to here. Zoom in. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, we're literally just a little fraction higher than we were to start the week. Short-term trend is going to look the same. There's the long-term trend line. We're still above that. That's going to look the same. And it actually looks like it's trying to push. So we talked about a willingness to lower the score organically if this thing can't get anywhere back up near the top of the green lines, but that's not happening. So, okay. No change in either of those. Volume, what did we get this week? Nothing. So we're going to basically have the same analysis, which last time led me to a 0.25. And I would expect very similar this time. So as far as the first half of this analysis goes, where are we? There it is. Unchanged, nice, steady 3.5 out of 6. Pretty good. Major market, I think that let's just look at the two. The two primary components of major market right now are IWM, and you can see this week we haven't really done much of anything. Here's DIA. The Dow actually pushed, I don't know. Look at the Dow holding up a little better. If we see too much of this, we'll start assessing that defensively, not bullishly. Yeah, okay. Okay. What else? Sectors. Again, I keep thinking the strength that we're seeing out of technology, the strength that we're seeing out of communication services, industrials. We've seen some in financial. There's enough across broad sectors that are growth sectors. I keep feeling like it's going to get better, but we can't seem to get above a 0.25. And I kind of feel like it's likely to be the same. And lastly, let's go take a look at the VIX. Let's get this back out. Any thoughts? I feel like we're going to be literally exactly the same. Unchanged. Unchanged posture. That's what my thought is here. Bob agrees. The VIX, you can see even today there's a tick here. We talked about, would you think about a hedge? 16 is better than 18, is better than 22 if the market were to drop. So this isn't a lower low. That was our last low. A higher low. This is a lower low. And for me, if we see this thing go up and then sideways and then drop, that's another lower high. That's actually quite bullish. So we don't want to anticipate that this means weakness. We just want to be aware of what's going on there. I feel fine, actually. Let me know if you're doing anything with yours. Hedge, anything along those lines. But posture, I think, is going to stay exactly the same, 5.5. I don't think mine's going to change at all. Okay. Let's go look at what's going on for a second. So this week, PCE. So income came back lower than expected. Spending came back lower than expected. PCE slightly lower here. The same here, slightly lower here. So we did okay. Okay. Sentiment came back pretty good. What do we have next week? Job stuff. A little bit of Fed speak, nothing that important. Then we have job openings on what just happened? Job openings on Tuesday, ADP on Wednesday, jobless claims on Thursday, non-farm payrolls Friday. Okay. Fed watch, real quick peek, and then let's go look at trades. Look at that. We went from 50-50 already starting to lean more towards another 50 basis points because they're like, hey, if the inflation's coming down, they want to get the economy going. They don't want to wait. They've already said that, right? That's an interesting thought process. I'm not that aggressive yet. Let's go to the watch list. Now we look for some things to trade. Apple, not quite yet. Right? You can see still coming down. Aflac is steady. If you were going to, you probably already did, and it probably hasn't done much, right or wrong. Amazon pulling back. Ideally, my next trade exists somewhere between where it is and the 50-day moving average. Great. Let's keep an eye on it. AXP, candidate. There's our consolidation. Today it's turning and breaking. That's a candidate. BAC, I would say that's a candidate. It hasn't turned, though. It's pinching. The stochastics is pinching. This is sideways. It hasn't turned. So if you're anticipating, just recognize that would be anticipatory. BK, if you don't like credit, regional banks starting to look good. BAC this morning, press that. Okay. KKR or BK, you can see looks pretty good. Here's the one I was looking at. You can see earlier it was up in this range, and I'm like, that looks great. But now what? Now it's fallen so far, it's back inside of this day. So now I'm going to wait and maybe look at this for Friday. I don't want to jump into it if it's too early. Carrier, same kind of a deal. Caterpillar. Overextended, nothing there. CL, sticking around. CMG, no. Costco, no. This is Friday. You mean next Friday? What did I say? I don't even know. Making a decision? I could have meant that. GBTC. Oh, Bitcoin's a little bit on a rally. Watch out. New high. New high. Gold overextended, pulling back a little bit. GM. Maybe. Google. I had Google. I was like, it's come back down a little too far. You can see that some of these have those shadows that look like the buyers were there. You can see that it's trying to turn, right? Goldman Sachs, same thing, but it's pulled back. Home Depot, pulled back. IWM. A good number of these, actually. KKR. No. Coke trying to get moving. It's been a little stalled, but still viable. Here's another one, MasterCard. You can see your stochastics has turned. You came down, turned. Here you are. Chart type. We don't have to give it too much room. We could have a pretty tight stop on this thing. So that or AXP, I think, for right now, look good. McDonald's, overextended. Meta. Meta is, I mean, I still like it. It's a little overextended, right? That's where it is. MMM pulling back. Let's see. Okay. A little slow here. Morgan Stanley pulling back. Microsoft was close for me. Last couple of days, I still looking for it. Right? I'm still looking for it. What else? NDAQ looking close again. Already setting up. 4 days later. Right? 4 days later. What else? Let's see. Netflix pulling back. So you have some that are pulling back, setting up, some that are already there. All of these look like they're setting up early next week. Some look like they're a little bit ahead of other trades, and they look like they're ready to go now. Let's see. Tesla overbought TSM. Big pullback. But a big pullback is opportunity. And that's how we want to be thinking about things. Opportunity, right? UMP no. USB no. Walmart close. Walmart giving us something. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What else? Okay. Thoughts about these two trades. Let's look at AXP. Okay. I want you guys just to take a peek at that. Okay. And then we'll switch over. Okay, we'll switch over. Maybe to MasterCard. Give me your thoughts. Does one look initially better than another? Bob is initially saying Master. Now, MasterCard's 500. 500. The volatility is a 20 towards the lower end. AXP is 270, so about half. The volatility is a little bit higher, right? A little bit higher. So MasterCard, lower implied volatility. AXP is empirically cheaper. Does that change anything for anyone? Okay. Bob is still asking for MasterCard. So we're gonna acquiesce. No one asked for something different. Until press. I'm just saying AXP. MasterCard has a top at 500. Well, I mean, it was there. You could argue that it had a top at 485 and a top at 470, but it just keeps on busting to higher highs and higher lows. Recency and frequency. How many times has 500 been a resistance level? Once. Once. It hasn't hit it. Now, if it establishes it a second time, then I agree. Then we're going to be a little bit more concerned about that. Yeah. Thoughts? As we look at AXP, kind of the same thing, right? I mean, it's right at its old high, essentially. So, quick vote. If you vote for AXP, put A. If you vote for MasterCard, put M. A or M? Let's see, I've got one M, then A, then A, then... Okay. It may be the A's then. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to go with AXP. All right, AXP it is. Okay. Let's see. AXP. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give myself a little more room. I'm just going to draw this last one. Including a hiccup. You can see it's pretty similar to that. So I've got two of those recently. Whoops. What is going on today, Scott? I hate when I do this. I don't even know how I do that sometimes. Okay, so you can see this one is a little smaller, Jeez, I have no idea what I am doing here. And I'm gonna go right through here like this. My charts are being a pain in the butt. $293.5. That's my target. $293.5. Okay, let's see. Hold on one moment. Okay, here we go. Now, target 293 and a half. Let me get an AXP ready to go on this side. Let's get 293 and a half. Let's get rid of anything that's in there now. Okay, downside. I mean, honestly, we've got a pretty good start here. I think 265.90 is plenty of room. 265.90 is where I'm going to go. 265.90. We've already got the Heiken Ashi. I'm not going to put an intermediate target for now. Let's just look at stock versus anything else. We're going to do 50 shares, approximately 250. Yeah, it's a good reward to risk ratio. You can see. Good reward to risk if we can get this to work. We did say that the implied volatility is a little higher. Maybe a spread trade with only 3 weeks. I think I could do maybe like a 275, 280. Let me just play with this for a second. What time is it? We've got a little bit of time. 275 by 280. You know what? I'm also going to just look at buying in a November option. A little bit of extra time. These are expensive. Woo. Woo-wee. All right, I'm not. I'm gonna be a little more aggressive. I'm gonna look at the October still. 275s. Oh yeah. I mean, you could knock it out of the park with these. That's for sure. I would only end up doing maybe 2 of these, 2 contracts. If we did something like this, we would end up with probably 5 contracts. So I'm getting about 3-1 on the spread, 3-1 on the stock. Is that about right? Yeah. 3-1 on the stock, 3-1 on the spread. So why would I do the spread? The spread gives me more leverage. That spread only costs $1,000. Buying 50 shares costs quite a bit. What would this be? This is the most aggressive. Okay. This is going to get you the biggest bang for your buck from a reward to risk standpoint, but with the lowest degree of probability of success. $293. And what do I have? 287. Do I have the wrong number? Huh? Bob, you're right. Why was that in there? It must have been old, huh? Oh, goodness. Even better still. All right. Well, now what? Now I'm getting 4-1. Okay, so spread or stock, I can get 4-1. You can probably get 4-1 buying an option too if you wanted to pay more money. I just feel like you can get it with the spread right here. And then you have, this is the most aggressive, but by far the most lucrative, right? This thing could pay off huge, huge, huge. You know what? Yeah, I'm. This is a preview. I'm not going to be able to put this out in time. I am going to put this out. I think there's some good opportunity here. You can decide if you like it pre-weekend or not. Right? Couple of ways to go. What are your thoughts? Honestly, I think you could go either way on this one. I think I would maybe. The spread is going to have higher probability. I think in this case, I would maybe be more inclined to go with the spread. All it's got to do is get above 280. Doesn't have to get all the way up to 293. That's a tough one. It'll be interesting to see which way this comes out for an alert. Yeah. Okay. Questions? Comments? Concerns? Let me know. Spread 193. Spread 193. You're in at 193 on this spread? Got it. Got it. Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Perfect. Butterfly? Like a broken wing or like a directionally planted butterfly? Yeah, that's a good question. I would say it's not going to be as I would say these are probably the three best options as of right now. So, yeah. Let's see what. Well, maybe we could look at a broken wing butterfly. Let's go to October. Oh, I had the wrong date. Anyways, that wasn't going to look nearly as good. I could only do one of those. It does have a better reward to risk, but you could only do one. So I think I like the vertical maybe better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They are expensive options, right? Those. Let's go. Let's look at a butterfly. Let's go 270, 280, 285. Yeah. See, I don't know. I just don't. You can kind of see the intention or the structure of what it might be, but um, yeah. Okay, vertical it is. Don't forget. Don't forget that you're finishing up your record keeping right now. Right, finishing up your record keeping. Sections 6 and 7. That that's going to give you what you need for Section 8. Section 8 is your goals. So, any questions about this trade? Let me know. Yeah, where was everybody? I think the market's looking good. We've got more trades coming. Plenty here, plenty of setups. Right? Plenty here, plenty of setups. So, scroll up from here like this, Bob. Okay. Okay, what else? Okay, well, don't forget tomorrow or Sunday regular time, 11 a.m. Eastern. Let's make sure that we're ready to go with that. More trades coming. So, okay. 198. Perfect. All right, you guys. Listen, have a great weekend. It's great to see everybody. As always, happy trading.